Once upon a time, I had a client and she had a phobia of driving. The reason she had a phobia of driving was because she was in a car accident. After the car accident, she wasn't able to drive anymore without feeling super anxious. So her logical mind said, you have to be able to drive. There's nothing to it. You've been able to drive all your time or all your life. But her subconscious mind, my dog here trying to get in the movie. Her subconscious mind was always triggering the fight or flight mechanism when she wanted to drive. So in her case, what triggered the phobia was a shock, an accident, like strong emotion, fear, and the fact that she was driving, so that created a phobia. After that, I had another client, and she told me that she had a phobia of driving. The the thing that I thought was, well, she was probably in a car accident because the only phobias or fears that us human beings are born with are the fear of being dropped and the fear of loud noises. Every other fear is learned. So anyway, she had a phobia of driving. And I said, why do you have a phobia? Were you in an accident? And she said, no. So I was thinking, how on earth can somebody have a phobia of driving and if she was not in an accident? Then she told me that she was raised by her grandmother, and her grandmother told her all her childhood, cars are dangerous, cars are dangerous, cars are dangerous. So she ended up believing that cars were dangerous, and when the time came that she needed to drive, she had a phobia as bad as the one of the person who was in a car accident. That made me realize that the belief system comes from either repetition or shock. And the belief system is in the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind thinks we're in prehistoric times. That's where in my book I made a little cartoon, let me see if I find it, about how the belief system is created, either repetition or shock. And it makes all the logic in the world. Let me show you the cartoon. Ah, almost. Here. Can you see it? 2 ways to create a belief. By repetition, through shock. If we don't learn something either by repetition or shock, our survival is compromised. Why am I telling you this? Suppose that in your childhood, every time that you celebrated a birthday, you were surrounded by friends, there was cake, and in my case, because I'm from Mexico, there was always a piñata full of candies. So through repetition, my mind learned that candy, cakes, cupcakes, and everything with sugar in it meant celebration, happiness, love, hugs, and some shock, because if I was super excited, that adds the shock factor to the event. So every year, me and you, birthday parties, hugs and kisses, and all your friends singing to you, and sugar, 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 year after year after year. So that's the repetition every year, and the shock is that you're super happy. As years go by, you are older and you go to the doctor, and the doctor says, hey, your sugar levels are very high. You have to lower your sugar intake. And then you say, sure, I'm going to do that. So the conscious mind, which is the I want, which is the willpower, says, I want to lower my sugar intake. And the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is not very smart, but it's nice, says, sure, let me check on the files. So then the subconscious mind opens a file like this and opens it, and it starts checking and says, okay, let's see what I have here about sugar. So then all the subconscious mind finds is candy equals love, hugs, happiness, love from mom, from dad, from friends, Christmas, Thanksgiving, sugar, sugar, sugar. So what does the subconscious mind say? Oh, sure, I'm going to help you. No, it's going to say, hey, in my files, it doesn't say that sugar is any danger. So I cannot help you. And the conscious mind says, please, the doctor just told me. And the subconscious mind says, sorry, I cannot help you. And you know what the conscious mind says? Fine, I'll use my willpower. But there's a problem with the willpower. I'm going to show you the picture. I'm the author of this book, by the way. You really should buy it. It's good not because I wrote it. It's good because it's good. So when the subconscious mind and the conscious mind fight, guess who wins? The subconscious mind. And then you're sabotaging your diet over and over and over, and then what happens? You get a dent, a big fat dent in your self-esteem, because then you are like, what's wrong with me? Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? So rule number 1, your subconscious mind doesn't care about your goals, and 2, doesn't care about your happiness. You have to do something about it. The moment your belief system is aligned with what you want, that's the moment you can achieve your goals without suffering so much and without relying on willpower. Yes, I will say it. Keep on watching. I will tell you how to do it. Bye-bye.